Alright, so real quick, let's go do a skit making fun of this guy not being superposable, as we mentioned throughout the entirety of the video. And I found out there's kind of, I don't know if it's a workaround, or maybe this one just got shipped in wrong. But anyways, you'll see here, it's kind of hard to show. But if I bend his arm, you can kind of see the hinge right here. And I'm trying to see where, yeah, you kind of see the hinges here. And I've kind of noticed that if you, depending on which positioning that hinges, so when I got them, the arms, oops, hold on, were like this. Which means you can only really get the arm down so far. And that's because where the bigger part of that hinges, it was aiming towards the top. So it just was like impossible to really, you can only get this guy's arms down so far. Come to find out, if you just rotate this stupid thing, which isn't the easiest, mind you. Like, I can get to go in the one direction. You can actually get it to be farther down. So I kind of wanted to start this at the video, just in case if somebody bought this figure and was having issues with posability. It can pose better than what we did mention throughout the rest of the video. Granted, it still can't really fully get his arms down, but like, honestly, that's good enough. Listen up, Rangers. Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve.
My name's Arnes.
And today we're going to be going over the Hiya Toys Exquisite Basic Godzilla vs. Kong. Kong. He finally showed up.
Finally. When was he supposed to be here?
Well, technically he's been in my pile of loot for like 2 weeks, and I finally shipped him out.
You bastard.
Well, I was waiting for stuff to come in because this guy came in. I was really excited. Review coming soon. So there was a few.
Right
there was also, whoop, these ones came in recently
oh my God,
too.
You still ordering this trash?
Heck yeah.
This is all garbage.
This one's, well, he's fine. I like your. Problem is, I would turn the camera. Arnes is currently
guys.
looking at up shots of the of your. But anyways, we'll get to it eventually.
Hey, these are the greatest cosplaying things in the world when you see them online. It's always chicks with super mega thick thighs. Okay.
Heck yeah, it's your from a Spy Family. The only thing that bugged me about her is I wish her cleavage was a little more defined.
Yeah, I feel like they kind of cut. That's the first thing. Oh, that's bad.
I don't mean like it's not. It size wise, it's fine. I just think like looking at her from the front, it doesn't like the separation of her. You know, where this video is about Kong anyway.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, go
Getting
ahead.
distracted. Main reason I got this is new Godzilla stuff. Might as well.
Plus, people are complaining that we don't put out Godzilla stuff on channel anymore.
Well, there's not a lot of exciting stuff. There's like the movie monster series.
We're just gonna start grabbing the old figures and just start reviewing them, Steve.
But we've reviewed them all.
Exactly. They won't know.
Although I haven't gone over every single Bandai vinyl that I own, but like all the fancy stuff. Start doing Trendmasters.
Oh God.
I have a bunch of those.
Yeah,
Anyway.
we get views.
Yeah, maybe. Anyways, we're not here for the views. We're not here for you guys. Actually, we are. But anyways,
Yeah.
if it wasn't for you guys, we probably would have shut down the channel a long time ago. Anyways, also got this because with the Ghidorah coming out, I'm actually really excited for that. Because I almost sold the Godzilla after seeing how much it's going for right now.
That is crazy.
And then I was like, if I get rid of the Godzilla, I probably don't need... I'll get the Kong, review it, and maybe get off it. But now that the Ghidorah is a thing, I'm going to hang on to him.
Oh, that's so hard because... Oh, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, so we're going to see how good the Kong is and if it's really worth me trying to hang on to them. But anyways, without further ado, for its packaging, you'll see it's kind of light because he's actually not in there anymore.
You monster.
But you got Kong, you got him clenching his fist, him on the bottom. On this side, that is not a good-looking pose.
No, it's not. What is he, like punching the earth like Superman?
Yeah, it's kind of like the Iron Man.
Yeah.
Also, that's the only way you'll ever get his knuckles to touch the ground. Anyways, opposite side, him just striking another pose. Back of the package, you get, I think that's supposed to be him beating his chest. maybe. Him or Rory. A bunch of stuff I can't understand. Some Nika Mumbo Jumbos. Anyways, let's get him open up out of its cardboard prison. Alright, so now we got Kong angrily open up out of its cardboard prison. First and foremost, he comes with an axe.
Does he have a different head?
He has a few different heads, actually.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, this is the one that's on the figure. Well, at least I haven't. Why is this stupid? It's him yelling. This is kind of... If you're going to have him do combat poses, this is probably the face you'd want.
No, I just need him shut his mouth.
With the... Monk feelings are hurt. But anyways, one thing I didn't know about this axe is it actually separates.
Oh, that's
to make it easier to get on his hand. Initially, when I tried to do it, I just forced the thing onto his hand and called it a day.
I was going to say,
I just was like, don't mind me. Just pop that thing in there. But details on it's nice. The paint job maybe could be a little bit cleaner with the blues on the blade. But other than that, the wrapping looks nice. The bone has the proper coloring. It's a little bit on the shiny side, too.
It is.
Which, that I'm not quite a fan of. I think I would just prefer this to be matte because it's bone. Why is it shiny? But anyways, like I mentioned, you can get this on the Kong by separating that out. Boom. Good to go. For its heads, like I mentioned, we have the yelling monkey head. We also have regular stoic monkey head.
There you go. That's the one you need to put on.
Stuff's focusing. We have this one. Then we also have him baring his teeth.
No. You need a full focus one and do like action poses where he's just serious all the time.
Super serious.
Yeah.
We just
swinging an axe with that face.
I was just saying you need him in like the kind of like the Master Splinter like meditating pose.
Yeah.
If he could do it.
Even better.
For his extra hands, you'll see he has a clenched fist and a gripping hand, which he does come with the opposite sides for those. As you can see currently in my hand. He also comes with a pair of relaxed hands. And a pair of walking on ground hands. Now, my only real conundrum with this is we're just going to actually start with the articulation because...
Don't do it, Steve. It's a trap.
Outside of the accessories, because it's probably my biggest gripe with this figure, is for his arms, that's as far as they go down.
He's swole, man. He is swole.
Constantly has like that roided guy at the gym positioning the entire time.
You know who else? Yeah, I'm not going to say it. I can't say it. I know somebody else that looks like that.
Because... You can't even... actually, you know what? You can get him to beat his chest. I didn't think it was Okay, we'll get there eventually. But he can actually touch his chest. Which I think is a very important thing for
Steve, I can touch your chest for you if you need me to. You just let me know.
Yeah, because I can't do it myself. But if you want his arms to be kind of down, it's like, that's it. Like, you could... He's going to be permanently doing Hulk Hogan poses. He's got those 24-inch pythons. Like shows. Because, I don't know. It just kind of bugs me that I can't really get his arms just to be like relaxed at his sides. Which I guess for the most part, most people are going to be posing him in more action poses anyways.
Yeah. He'll be doing something.
So, it's not a big deal. But... in terms of like a fully articulated figure with all these posabilities. And yet for some odd reason they couldn't have just shallowed this part out a little bit.
They could have, Steve. They just chose not to. There's difference. Well,
the reason they don't is it's kind of like the same thing we had with the Godzilla where if you did photography wise, like the silhouette of the figure or the model wouldn't look as good as it would.
I mean,
but because of that, we kind of hurt its articulation by taking that into account.
I mean, I kind of get what they were going with, but
because this looks pretty clean for something fully posable. And then if you would have had that divot that it would have needed here in order for the armor to be able to come down more, it wouldn't look quite right. Though then again, I think if you kept the this piece back here, you didn't remove that, but you just made the divot in the armpit region, you could have still got this to be able to bend down farther. which I think would have been fine. It wouldn't really took away from the overall silhouettes, but I get what they were going for. And I think that's like my biggest real knock for this guy with it being compared to the monster arts. The monster arts gets arms down.
Yeah, I don't think he's a comparison to monster art just because of that, but
yeah, because even if you want to get him on like all fours, he could, like that's as far as his head looks up. So if you want him, it's like he can't really look straight.
That's all I can do for you right there.
And then also because his chest sticks out here, you can only get this to bend in so far too. So to get him on all fours, you have to kind of like wonkily bend his legs to be able to get him like looking over top of Godzilla or something.
And that just looks wrong.
Yeah, it's like if you're doing toy photography and stuff, I think it would work.
What? Like, him taking it up the butt?
Well, no, like you have like the dude like him like looking down, and then you have like this person like, oh my god, like that.
Don't you justify that, Steve? That looks
or like
bad.
the little ranger. See, he's like looking down at the person. You could do it. It's not bad. It's just not as good as it could be. And which is odd because of the way the Godzilla was, it was almost as good as the monster arts with articulation. Well, the Kong is like clearly on the inferior side.
Nowhere close, to be honest with you.
Granted, for the most part, like everything else works pretty well. Like you can get his arm up. Okay, and down. It rotates. It's got double jointed elbows. Hands rotate. Wiggle. Head on a ball joint. Like I mentioned, you can't just really get to go that far up. But you do get a little bit side to side. Same with the chest. Side to side. Not too much forward and back, though. But you can rotate. Legs. Go outwards about that far. See a little bit of black. Inside about that far. Double jointed knee. Rotation at the thigh. Feet can rotate forward and back. So, yeah. It's not... Okay. It's not amazing articulation, but it's serviceable for what you need. Where he kind of shines, though, in comparison to the monsters, I think, in terms of the actual sculpt for the figure, though, this is probably the best Kong we've gotten.
Really?
Oh, yeah. This looks way more accurate to the movie than with the monster arts. And then the Playmates, yeah, I don't think there's much of a comparison there.
Well, we don't talk about Playmates, but...
Like I say, he's got the right proportions and the sculpt. Although I would, as a nitpick, I think the hair could have maybe been a little bit more defined.
I don't know. I have a lot of issues with the hair on the back.
It's to me like the strands seem a little bit thick.
Yeah, right.
Which almost kind of brings it back to Playmates for me a bit. That being said, though, it's got the same thing like with the Godzilla, where some of the Godzilla scaling wasn't as defined as other parts. Because you can see here the legs and like his lower back butt region, the hair looks overall fine. But it's like this section here could maybe have been a little bit more defined. Same with the arms, I think, look overall fine. He's got the chest scar on the front here, which matches the same coloring as the skin. He's got his Kong nipples. His teeth look really good. They painted the gums nicely. The tongue, the mouth has a nice gloss finish to it. His eyes are all pretty much on the roof of the eyebrow. Like even the grimace one, it's really high. The only one with the stoic one, it's looking a little bit more straightforward. But I really like the coloring too, with it being the browns, dark brown, light brown coloring. I think looks a little bit more accurate than some of the other ones as well. And pretty much it. Like paint job wise, great. Detail sculpt wise, great. Articulation, yeah, I've seen better. First, quick comparisons. Here we have the Hiya Kong compared next to some other Godzilla vs. Kong collectibles. Well, SH Monster. It's related anyways. Well, sort of. You're actually the bootleg with the Mechagodzilla and the OG Kong, because there's technically two versions of this now. And here is next is the Hiya Toys Godzilla and the Super 7 Tyrannosaurus Dinozord. And I can't even fit this comparison really on the screen. But here he is with the custom painted SH Monsters King Ghidorah that I have. And because I got him downstairs still, we have him next to the bootleg, well, sort of bootleg Showa King Ghidorah and the SH Monsters 1962 Godzilla. And here he is next to a baby. Yeah, you in the videos. Huh? You in your review? Are you in your review, Casey? Yeah. Okay, but anyways, that's She's like almost 3 months old now, so you can give or take the scaling there. So overall for the Hiya Toys Kong, I think he's fine.
Honestly, like you said, he's just fine. I don't think he's good as the monster arts because he has few nicks that bug me personally. But he's way better than Playmates.
Yeah, but to me it hurts because it's like, honestly, the neck is kind of better in terms of articulation.
Yeah.
Which is a different Kong, mind you, but I think as a posable figure, it almost works better for me. And then like Monster Arts, I don't think it's even close for the articulation. But where this kind of shines is if the articulation isn't as big of a deal for you, it's still going to be a really good looking Kong on your shelf.
Oh yeah, if you're just gonna like get him, stand, and just against the wall, he'll be good.
Yeah, and then if you already have the Hiya Godzilla, he scales with it, so you might as well pick it up. But that being said, I still don't think this is the one I'm like 55 kind of seems almost a little high, like 55 for this. I think this maybe could have been a little cheaper.
I get a NECA. They're like $24 at Walmart clearance.
But that's more like original Kong, which is the problem.
You're just looking for a monkey on your shelf. There you go.
Right.
And
to me, it doesn't blow me away as nearly as much as the Godzilla, which is the Godzilla I thought at 55, like this thing's pretty sweet still.
Godzilla was amazing. Kong is a miss. So now I'm like 50-50 on Ghidorah. I'm kind of worried.
Yeah, the Ghidorah, it's kind of the same vein. Like, the Ghidorah looks good enough just from what I've seen to merit a purchase.
Whoa.
Even if it's not as posable as the Monster Arts, which is going to be impressive if it's worse articulated than the Monster Arts.
Hold up, sir. I was getting to that part. I was like, you remember how excited we were about the Monster Arts Ghidorah? And then finally came out with those wings and everything? Well, we don't talk about it, okay?
Yeah, because I know the Rodan's got me a little concerned with the bendy wings.
Yep.
So I'm still pretty pumped for this line, but for me, it doesn't replace the Monster Arts, which is odd. Like I would still say, like again, these so far have been better sculpted and painted than the Monster Arts, but play wise, I still like the Monster Arts a little bit better. So it's kind of like pick your poison at this point. But then again, if you didn't get the Monster Arts to begin with, it's great to have larger alternatives at a more affordable price anyways.
Yeah.
So if you guys like Godzilla King of the Monsters and Godzilla vs. Kong, still recommend grabbing them. But what do you guys think? If you guys picked up this figure, what's your favorite Hiya Toys or as SH Monsters support thing? Please let us know in the comments. We also have a Patreon, Pinterest, Instagram, and Facebook. Guys, like keep up to date with channel donate. We greatly appreciate it. And help us defeat those kaijus by hitting the like button. Subscribe, become a ranger today. Also, if you guys like to help support the channel, link in the description for Entertainment Earth. Get you guys some sweet collectibles and help support the channel. Sadly, can't get the Kong on there, but I do think they did have the NECA.
Yeah, they did. Yes, they did.
Have a variation of that on there. So we'll have some link in the description for some Kong figures if you guys are into it. Anyways, see you guys in the next video.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.